Yo, ladies and gentlemen, what is happening? Welcome back once again to another video. And guys, today I've got some Battlefield 4 gameplay in the background just because we're going to be talking about how Battlefield 6 is kind of going to be good for everybody. Now, I know a lot of Battlefield players, I've said this probably multiple times, but I just thought I'd dedicate an entire video to it. Excuse the gameplay in the background. It's just something I captured because somebody in my last video said, well, I think about 3 people said, "Si, can you put some gameplay on instead of just looking at your bald, beautiful head or my receding hairline?" I'm actually not bald, and anybody who says I'm bald in the comment section, I'll just shadow ban you because that's what we do now, you know, cancel culture. Cancel culture. That's what everybody does now. You know, if you hurt somebody's feeling, they want to get you cancelled, removed off the internet or whatever. You know, it's shocking. But anyway, enjoy the substandard gameplay in the background. I actually go 5-0, guys. I joined this towards the end, but it's the end what I really want to kind of talk about. So, yeah, Battlefield, great game until, in my opinion, Battlefield 1. I know a lot of people go back now and play Battlefield 1. We all know the problems what Battlefield 5 had. It was just a disaster. You know, Patrick just basically telling people, if you don't like our version of World War II, well, screw you or whatever. You know, we're going to... you know, just don't buy the game. So ultimately, people didn't buy the game. I shit on the Call of Duty community all the time because they basically keep on buying skins, you know, for a game where they won't even put a basic anti-cheat in it. Like, I'm running into people with over, like, 5,000 kills and they've got a 70% headshot percentage. That should never happen. You know, there should be things or some kind of an algorithm in the game what flags players with a high headshot percentage who have a ton of kills. It's pretty straightforward, you know, from a programming point of view to have that in the system, but they don't do it because all these, you know, Call of Duty fans who, a lot of them still continue to complain about the game not having an anti-cheat or any, you know, new and fresh content. They continue buying the skins. So from Activision's point of view, what are they going to do? Why are they going to fix anything when they can just keep on pumping out content, people keep on buying it, and they keep on making more and more money? Well, the Battlefield community didn't do that. The Battlefield community was unhappy with Battlefield 5. They was unhappy with all the marketing and how Patrick said that, you know, this was his little girl's, you know, version of, you know, World War I, World War II, whatever. It doesn't matter what historical battle we're looking at. You know, you either say it's going to be, you know, relevant to that time period, or you're just going to say, you know, just don't even class it as World War I or 2. Sorry, World War 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, whatever. You get the point I'm getting at here. But the Battlefield community, at least they stood together and thought, right, screw you then. Screw you then. We're not going to play Battlefield 5. And a big thank you to the Battlefield community, because hopefully now Battlefield 6 should be in some kind of a state where they actually listened to the community. You know, they listened to the backlash, what happened with Battlefield 5. They put content in the game what has been missing since Battlefield 4. You know, Battlefield 1 didn't really have that much content. It wasn't terrible. But it was nowhere near the content what we had in Battlefield 3 and 4. And even older games. I think they're going to listen now and do what they should do. So, yeah, we win that match. Your boy Sabi goes 5-0, don't die at all. So what I want to show you at the end of this screen, this is pre-recorded. I'm actually talking over this from a later, you know, point in time. So I'm hoping it will come up on screen, you know, very shortly so I can just show you. You know the lack of content we have. So you've got 4 classes. Look at all these weapons here, guys. Look at them all. You know, and that's just an assault rifle. DMRs, carbines, shotguns. You know, you get that in each separate class as well. Then you've got all the gadgets, secondary weapons, accessories, barrels, you know, undergrips, you know, certain different camos. This is what Battlefield 6 should have. Battlefield 6 needs to have this level of content to keep people playing the game. Because we didn't get this much content in both Battlefield 5 and Battlefield 1. This is what they need to do with Battlefield 6. And the reason why I said earlier on in this video, this is good for everybody. I'll just have to put some filler gameplay in now for you. The reason why this is good for everybody, regardless if you're a Call of Duty fan, if you're a Battlefield fan, the reason this is good for everybody is because if Battlefield 6 is as good as what we're hoping it's going to be, and they've learnt lessons, you know, from the mistakes they made in Battlefield 5 mainly, I still believe that Battlefield 1 isn't a good enough game to have the Battlefield branding. And then obviously Battlefield 5 is just complete garbage. The reason this is good for everybody is because if Battlefield 6 is as good as what I'm hoping and as good as what I think it will be, a lot of players, especially the Battlefield community, are going to stop playing Warzone. They're going to go back and play Battlefield 6 and enjoy Battlefield 6. And that's great because then Battlefield will still be... Well, Battlefield will become relevant again. Because at the moment, it's completely an irrelevant video game. Even the hardcore Battlefield fans cannot dispute the fact that Battlefield, its viewership on Twitch and YouTube now, is non-existent. Especially on Twitch. Look at Twitch. See how many games it's down for Battlefield. It won't even probably be in the top 50. Barbie Girl goes viral will probably be higher up, you know, in the video game list. So, it's completely irrelevant. If you want to argue with me saying it's still relevant, I'm just going to ignore you because it's completely, you know, borderline insane to disagree with that statement. So, yeah, if Battlefield 6 is good, a lot of players are going to go to Battlefield 6. That's great. You know, that's what everybody wants. Now, you may be asking yourself, well, how is that going to make Warzone a better game? That's a good question. It's a fair, valid point. It'll make it a better game because a lot of players will go away from Warzone. A lot of these players are probably the ones who, as well, are buying the skins at 20 quid a pop. Like I've said, the meta in Warzone just happens to go around whatever skins they release. So at the moment, FFR is pretty much the most powerful weapon. A lot of people are assuming the next powerful weapon is going to be the Groza. Now, it wouldn't surprise me that if they buff the Groza or nerf the FFAR or whatever, what's going to be the most powerful weapon then? What's going to be the meta? It's going to be the Groza. And then, oh look, a new £25 skin comes out for the Groza, as if by magic. That happens. Wow, what a surprise. The best gun in the game just suddenly gets a legendary or an ultra rare blueprint. You know what you can buy from the store or whatever, or camo, whatever you want to call it. They will then have to start thinking about, right, okay, a lot of players have gone to Battlefield 6 now. We're not making as much money from the skins as what we did before. How are we going to get the money back in? It's obvious. They will have to start making content to bring players back, not just to get sales and revenue, because as it's a free-to-play video game, they rely heavily on an active player base. If the player base dwindles, they cannot have a business model what works, you know, long-term. So if Battlefield 6 is good, it's going to take players away from Warzone. Warzone will become less profitable. Then they will have to look into actually doing what the community wants. So when I say what the community wants, we want more fresh content, new fresh content. We want an anti-cheat. I just find it amazing that we have still not got an anti-cheat for this game when it's free to play. But saying that, Battlefield, for me, needs to have two things. It needs to matchmake based on one thing, and that is ping. Nothing else. Ping is king. There should be no skill-based matchmaking whatsoever. And we'll know that pretty simple, because Battlefield has always had a server browser. Now, if there's skill-based matchmaking in the game, you could just get away from that anyway by just going in the server browser. So, as long as Battlefield 6 is announced it's got a server browser, it's on to a winner. If for some reason it hasn't got a server browser, then we've got to be a bit concerned that maybe they're going down the skill-based matchmaking route. But I'm pretty confident Battlefield, it's been a staple of Battlefield to have a server browser, so long may that continue. And just to wrap up at the end, Battlefield pretty much anti-cheat works pretty fine. I know there's always instances on YouTube where you see, you know, people getting 300 kills in one game of Battlefield, but that is very rare. It's not anywhere near as bad as what Warzone is. So I think even if you're not a Battlefield fan, you've got to be excited for Battlefield coming out because it's going to shake up the competition. At the moment, Warzone can just do whatever it likes. They don't care. They've got a player base where they're trapped. There's no other games out there at the moment what are popular and relevant. So, yeah, it's interesting, isn't it? I think it's interesting. I think Battlefield 6 is good for everybody unless Battlefield 6 comes out, sorry, and it's a complete disaster. But I don't think it's going to be a disaster. This is pretty much Battlefield's last chance to gain some sort of relevancy again. Because if they get it wrong this time, Battlefield doesn't come out on a yearly cycle, and we'll not hear for Battlefield for probably another 2 or 3 years. So, yeah, I'm pretty confident Battlefield 6 are at least going to make a decent game. Are they going to smash it out of the park? That is still up for debate, but I can guarantee, well, I can't guarantee, but I'm confident in myself that Battlefield 6, got to be throats dry now. I can guarantee you with my opinion, even though that makes no sense. I'm getting confused here. I can guarantee, you know what I'm saying, that Battlefield 6 will be better than what we've had since Battlefield 4. So it's going to be better than Battlefield 1. It's going to be better than Battlefield 5. It'll have more content than both of those games probably put together. And I'm hoping it's going to be based around, you know, the Battlefield 3, Battlefield 4. They're my two favourites. I know some people prefer Battlefield Bad Company 2 or whatever, or even older games than that. But for me, Battlefield 3 and 4 was kind of the golden era for me. A bit like Black Ops 2 and Modern Warfare 2 was the golden era as well in COD. So yeah, thank you everybody for watching. Hope you've enjoyed this video. Guys, if you enjoy having gameplay in the video instead of looking at my sexy receding hairline, let me know in the comments. If you want to see gameplay more instead of me sat in front of my computer, tell me. If you tell me, right now, okay, if you want more gameplay on the channel while I'm talking, put in the comments gameplay. If you want more of me doing it in a vlog style, you know, how I have been doing, where you see me sexy arse RGBs on me PC, blue for Sheffield Wednesday, let me know and just type in vlog. So gameplay type gameplay, vlog type vlog. All right, love you all. Take it easy. Cheerio. Ta-ra for now. And I don't even know why I'm waving looking at my camera, because you can't even see me. Love you all. Cheerio. Bye-bye.